Family and friends, I welcome you to the wedding of Laura and George. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining of two hearts, and to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words which shall unite this couple in marriage. Today we have come together to witness the joining of these two lives. For them, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary has happened. They met each other, fell in love, and are finalizing it with their wedding. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and it is their desire to love each other for life, and that is what we are celebrating here today. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is never going to sleep angry. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. And it is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner. Laura and George's love story technically starts over 20 years ago. With George living in New York and Laura living in New Jersey, naturally you can assume where they met, in Ohio, at a mutual friend's party that George was DJing at. However, George had a girlfriend at the time, so they didn't talk much. Laura did get his number, though, along with several others, so that she could send pictures to all of them. And when she called to get his address, something clicked between them. They started talking on the phone regularly before eventually they decided to hang out. But don't worry, by this time, George and his girlfriend had split up. They went on many dates during this initial time together, such as to dinner, seeing the ball drop for New Year's, going to see the Fast and the Furious, before they parted ways for over 15 years. After Laura's divorce, she started going out dancing again, which made her think of George a lot. She decided to try to find his number and reach out to see how he was doing and where life had brought him. Eventually, she did find his number and sent him a text, to which George thought it was one of his friends playing a prank on him, but soon realized it was indeed Laura. And as deja vu would have it, they started talking again on the phone for about a month before they were able to have a second first date at the Peking Pavilion in Manalapan in 2019. This is where Laura, being the hopeless romantic that she is, dropped the smooth line, "I don't think I ever stopped loving you," and kissed him in that moment. After this, their relationship only continued to blossom with many romantic gestures along the way, such as when Laura threw a surprise 50th birthday party for George, or how George will go out of his way to do the little things that make Laura's day better, such as buying her a bottle of wine. But nothing beats the most romantic gesture of all, the proposal. Well, the second proposal. They were in Jamaica at a resort that they had previously stayed at and loved. Since they were already a few days into their trip with no proposal so far, Laura was convinced it wouldn't happen. However, George headed back to their room one day from the pool before Laura to start setting up. But before he was finished, Laura came in. Quickly, George had to hide the ring behind his back because his swim shorts did not have any pockets. They sat down on the balcony where George put the ring on the table and dropped an even smoother line than Laura had on their second first date. He said that they were in their happy place and that Laura was his happy place, and asked if she would marry him. And as you can see, the answer was obviously yes. This love for each other only continued to grow more and more. What Laura loves most about George is that he always treats her with respect, helps without asking, and is always there for her and her kids. She loves that he is also one of the smartest people she knows and an amazing role model for her children. What George loves most about Laura cannot be narrowed down to one single thing, but rather he loves everything about her. He also loves that they can be themselves and go out together to parties and clubs, but also be able to stay home and watch Expedition Unknown together. But loving someone and being in love are two different things. For Laura, she knows she's in love because she feels complete whenever George is near her. Her heart is content and she feels at home whenever she is in his arms. For George, he knows he's in love because he wakes up every morning knowing Laura is there, and it makes his struggles, no matter what they are, things he can get through with her by his side. So where do they go from here? After the wedding, Laura looks most forward to continuing to dance and building the life they've always wanted together. George looks most forward to continuing to enjoy every minute they have together, even if it's just shopping for groceries or sitting home during a rainstorm. But a successful marriage takes work. For Laura, the key ingredient to a long and happy marriage is communication, being partners, and having trust, all of which she has with George. For George, it is the ability to communicate and not feel judged by your partner. And they're both right. A marriage is made up of many key ingredients coming together to make the most perfect recipe. And after getting to know George and Laura some more, there is no doubt in my mind that they are right where they are meant to be today. So Laura and George, I would ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. And if each of you will take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and happiness. So George, do you take Laura to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, and holding only unto her?
I do.
Laura, do you take George to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, and holding only unto him?
I do.
George, if you would face Laura, and as you do so, repeat after me. I, George,
I, George,
take you, Laura,
take you, Laura,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
my partner in life,
my partner in life,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
Laura, if you would do the same. I, Laura,
I, Laura,
take you, George,
take you, George,
to be my
to
husband,
be my husband,
my partner in life,
my partner in life,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
If we may now have the rings, please. Thank you. Thank you. Wedding rings are an unbroken circle of love, signifying to all the union of this couple in marriage. So George, if you would place these on Laura's fingers, and as you do so, repeat after me. Laura, this ring is a symbol of my vows,
Laura, this ring is a symbol of my vows,
with my promise
with my promise
that I will always love you,
that I will always love you,
cherish you,
cherish you,
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Laura, if you would do the same. George, this ring is a symbol of my vows,
George, this ring is a symbol of my vows,
with my promise
with my promise
that I will always love you,
that I will always love you,
cherish you,
cherish you,
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my
all the
life.
days of my life.
To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged to today. So now that you, George, and you, Laura, have exchanged vows and promises to one another, and by the power vested in me by the state of New Jersey, I now pronounce you, they've waited so long for this, husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
Come here, stepson. It's the first time you've ever hugged him. You happy, kiddo?
Buddy, buddy.